Hello, Internet. It is Ida Malik Aaron, and welcome back to Box Office Predictions. Today we're going to be talking about On the Come Up. So, as usual, we're going to be going over the pros and cons. So, let's get to it. Pros. Mmm. 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 Well, I mean, its reviews are good. They're fine. I forgot where it was. I think it was a 72%. Yes, 72%. Its audience score is at 86 right now, so word of mouth isn't a problem. So that's an easy pro. Mm, oof. That's really the only pro I can think of with this movie. I'm sorry, but that's really it. But I can think of cons, plenty of cons. The biggest con is that this movie's barely opening wide. It's like in like what 600 theaters, so that's barely qualifies as a wide release. So what that means it's not going to make that much money anyway, or its chances of making that much money have significantly depleted because of that. So that's a con. Another con is that this is on Paramount Plus, like day and date. Like it's kind of crazy Paramount's still doing this. They did this last month with Orphan First Kill, but that wasn't technically a wide release. That's why I didn't cover it. Um and that was also like you can like rent it for like $20 at the same time. It was a whole thing. This was initially a Paramount Plus movie, and then they decided to make it theatrical at the very last minute. And here we are. So and I've barely even heard anything about this movie. I've barely seen ads for it. So that's terrible. So I would consider that to be a big con. Lack of ads and a last minute release date. um, Another con is that I don't know, like with this genre, hip hop. I guess we can. It's technically hip hop and rap. I mean, we can compare it to that. I mean, this genre it can do well, but it's mostly niche in the grand scheme of things. I mean, sure, we have Straight Outta Compton, right? That was a massive hit, massive, massive, massive hit. But not every movie can be that. Where's 8 Mile? I thought for sure 8 Mile would be here with Eminem. Like that was also a big hit. But 8 Mile was a big hit because of Eminem, right? He was like white hot at that point, and the movie was more or less like based on his life. It wasn't directly based off his life, but it was based off of it. So naturally, all of his fans would show up, and they certainly did. It was Straight Outta Compton. That was like the story of the NWA. Everyone knows what the NWA is. They're an iconic group. So everybody wanted to see that. And it's not on here. A Notorious, based off, Notorious Big IG, Biggie, his story. That did well for its opening weekend, but then it just crumbled after that. It made like 36 million total, even though it had a 20 million opening weekend. The exact same thing happened with All Eyes on Me, which was about Tupac. That had a great opening weekend, 26 million. Considering it didn't have like the biggest ad campaign in the world, and then it just crumbled. 78% drop, horrific, and only made like 44 million domestic. So that proves that even though some of these movies do have big opening weekends, or at least solid opening weekends, they could be extremely niche. And just so I feel like the same will happen here, more or less. So that's a con. I think that's it. That's literally all I can think of. And probably the fact that it's on Paramount Plus, most people will watch it there anyway. So yeah, that is it. Um Opening weekend, is there even a point to doing this? I guess I have to. Um, I'd be shocked if it made $1 million opening weekend. I really would be shocked. But Orphan First Kill made over $1 million, so what do I know? Uh, I'm gonna say 1 million. That's what I'm sticking with, $1 million, and its total probably reached like three. I wouldn't be surprised if it did much, 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 much worse. So this is me being optimistic, definitely stupidly optimistic. So that's what I'm sticking with. So 1 million opening weekend, 3 million total, and then that'll be it. And that's it for the weekend. Yay! Oh my god, these last 2 weeks have been the worst. Just too many movies, too many videos. Thankfully, next week I can slow down a bit. I have 2 movies to talk about: Bros and Smile. Bros is definitely going to be the more interesting of the bunch, since Smile is just like a kind of like has the feeling of like just another horror movie. Bros is the first of its kind. It's the first uh mainstream gay rom-com. So there's a lot to talk about regarding that and how many people are going to be willing to watch it, right? That should be interesting. So next week should be a fun one, and then I'll be it for September. So yeah, so that's it. That's all. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, turn notifications, share the whole drill. And want to check out more videos like this, I got playlists on the homepage of all previous prediction videos I made this year. I didn't even mention Paramount. Paramount's been the first half of 2022, they dominated. They just wrecked everybody. They had Scream. They had Jackass Forever. They had The Lost City. They had Sonic 2. And then they had their crown jewel in the form of Top Gun Maverick. And then it's never been the same since. It's just been downhill ever since. So that's depressing. So if you want to watch, and that downhill spiral started with Paws of Fury, which I did back in July, which is on Paramount Plus right now. If anyone wants to watch that thing, if you want, I really hope you don't. But if you want to watch any of my prediction videos of any of the past Paramount movies that have came out this year, you can go right ahead. There's also the canceled series where I go over all the movies that were supposed to come out but didn't. I just did a cancel episode on this. It was episode 153. I made that video. Let me check. Approximately on the 13th. Well, really, it was supposed to be the 12th, I think. But the 13th, I published that. It's been 11 days since. Not even 2 weeks. What the heck? But if you want to watch it, and I did that video, I covered that movie alongside One Piece film, One Piece film Red. Covered it alongside that. So if you see One Piece, you'll see On the Come Up right beside it. So that's episode 153. So if you want to watch that episode or any other cancel episodes I've done, all 155 up to this point, go right ahead. I encourage it. Binge it from beginning to now. Do it. There's also box office recaps where I go over the box office results for any particular month. I've said this many times. I'll say it again. Summer 2022 recap videos will come out next week. They will come out next week. No more delays. No more bullshit. They will happen. All right. I will make them. I will upload them, publish them. They will be out. Okay. I promise. And then the September recap will come out the first week of October. All right. So stay tuned for those videos. But if you want to watch any of the past recap videos I've done on the channel, you can go right ahead. And yeah, that's it. That's all. I am out. Goodbye.